and then add the course introduction module items below. So the first item is the module introduction. That's module B, intro. We'll do the same for the instructor's introduction, which you can get the link to here by going to Edit Properties. Now I'm going to do a couple of these while pausing, so you don't have to watch all of them. I'm going to unpause it here because there's an example of something you might come across. Something you may come across while you're working in some of these templates. You'll notice that the instructor has actually linked to and modified one of the actual template documents. So rather than relink to that, I'm going to copy that content and create a new document in the new course. So I'm going to click Cancel. I'm going to compose a web page. Go to the source, and the title of this was Introduction to the Informal Informational Interview. Oh, that's the summary. And save and return to course. Now here's an example of a quiz that you'll need to download these items from within Respondus, upload them to Moodle, and then you can link to it by going to Add Activity, Quiz, and once that quiz has been added, you'll be able to link to it. So that's how you add content. If there was an introduction to a discussion, you would go to the Add Activity and Forum and create a forum for that week. Same thing with if you had a chat or an assignment, or a lesson would be an assignment as well, and so forth. So that's a quick introduction to how you would sort of recreate the learning module format here. If, for example, the course has a heading like this, you can go to the header here, copy that content, and go here to paste it in place. You'll notice that things like the background image will not work because they're using the old WebCT formatting. However, you can get rid of that and simply rely on the other HTML. And with this HTML creator, you can actually modify some of the other items. You can also add images if you have images in your course, but you get the idea. You can also browse and upload those images as well. So you'll notice now on the right side there's a recent activity which shows any log of updated items. If there are things that have due dates coming, you'll see the weekly summary is using the default date that when we created that assignment. There are no topics in the discussion yet. All the activities, so this is essentially the same as the course tool over here. You'll see the individual activities, and then participants are the various users. I'm going to go ahead and turn the editing off, so you'll see it more like what a student would see, or you can switch to the student view to get a better view. So we start with module introduction, and to progress through you can use the pull-down menu up here, or you can just use this navigational arrows right here to move between the activities. You'll notice that the style sheet information is missing, and if we go back to the edit mode and look at one of these, actually let's go into the file manager to look at that. You'll notice that the link to the style sheet is still using the WebCT format. So to fix that, we'll actually need to get the URL for the style sheet. You can have the full address there, or another thing to look out for in these modules is they're rife with duplicate titles, etc. So you can remove those if you notice them. The correct title is right there. We'll do this for another one of these documents here, the technical requirements. Again, here's an example of where the title is doubled up. Now if we click on it to preview it, you'll notice that it's missing the style sheet information. If we look at the source code for this, it's still linking to the old WebCT style sheet, and the reason is that there's some rudimentary caching in Moodle. So to get the updated style sheet, you'll usually have to refresh the page, force a refresh, which will give you that style sheet. So now if we go back to the course, switch to a student role, click on the introduction, you'll see our style sheet is now rendering in most places.